Okay, I'm not gonna look at the number on the side because I'm gonna get self-conscious. Oh, I can see one person is watching. One person is watching. It's okay, I'm just not gonna look at it. I wasn't planning this video, but and excuse my attire, I've got a Zumba class to catch straight afterwards. But this thing happened today, and I got really triggered by this thing that happened, and I thought it was important to come and share a few thoughts about that. So, because of the books that I've written about dating and relationships, and because of this channel, I sometimes get requests to write articles about certain things. So, it's usually about dating and relationships. And this morning I received this request to write an article, and I didn't look at it, I only looked at it later. And the title of this article, it said, wait, I'll tell you. It said, how to handle the other women in his world. Now, the moment I read the title of this article, I just like, well, what is this? And I just skimmed through this article, whatever they want, and it had certain paragraphs. For example, I don't want to say too much, but because I don't know if I'm allowed to share that stuff. But one of the things, how this article says that you're supposed to be handling other women in his life is by being interested in these other women. So you are meeting other women in his life, and you are being interested in them, what they're doing, what kind of people they are, all these kinds of things. Then another thing is that you're supposed to compliment them. You're also supposed to show interest in where your partner, your boyfriend, whoever that is, met them. So you show that you're really interested in where he met them. You also appreciate how long they known each other. uh, all these kinds of things. And as I was reading this thing, I could see how my body is responding to that, and I could see how I'm getting like this like like I almost like, not like I can't breathe, but there's this heaviness in my throat, and then also around my tummy area I can feel how I'm just getting this like contraction. It's this heaviness, and I'm just like, ugh. It's like I'm almost like felt physically sick. I was reading it. I was at a cafe reading it, and I didn't read the whole thing. I just skimmed it through, and then straight away I responded to this request by saying, unfortunately, I'm not able to write this because it goes against my values, and blah blah blah, something like that. Now, I had this idea of how I'm going to, and then I had this idea for this video, how I'm going to do this. And as I came home, I then finally read through that article, the one that they sent me, and what surprised me was that it was only titled as how to handle what is it? How to handle the other women in his world, right? That was the title. But what the actual article was talking about is more about how to handle when a man who is in your life has a female as his friends. So he has friendships, and those friendships are with women. And as I read that through, I was like, oh, that is not such a big deal. However, I then tuned in into myself to ask myself, okay, what is it? Why did I get so triggered by this? Why was it such a big deal? Why was my body responding in the way that it did? Why there was this heaviness in my body? Why was this contraction in my tummy area after just skimming through and not reading the whole thing? Well, maybe the reason for that is because I know what it's like being in that situation when you are the other woman, and when maybe you feel that you are competing with someone else for that man's attention. And if you ever been in that situation, and if let me know in the comments, and if you have ever been in that situation, and if you would like to actually overcome this and you would like to find solutions to that, and maybe stop getting into those situations where you are the other woman, then make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because I have a lot of videos about this, because I have a lot of experience of what it's like dating unavailable, emotional unavailable, even married, and the list goes on. Yeah, I do, sadly. So I want to give you a few things. I want to give you a few things that I think, if you are in that situation, and the reason when I was thinking about that, why was I so triggered about this thing, is because I have some notes. Let's see, because I haven't done a live video in a really long time, so I'm feeling out of practice a little bit. That's why, please give me some love in the comments, so I don't feel so alone. And like this video also. Yes, please like this video, so you're giving me this boost, this affirmation that maybe I should do more of these videos, live videos. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm helping you, you could be helping me as well. Just saying. So, so when seeing Unavailable, and as I was thinking, why was I so triggered, is because that when I was in that situation, maybe the reason this was very painful, when I actually just read this uh, title of this article, how to handle the other women in his life, is because that maybe I was in that situation and I didn't address that. I was in exact that situation, and I kind of knew that this could be my reality, but I didn't have the courage to address that. Maybe because I didn't want to confront this person. I have tendencies of being a people pleaser, or maybe because I didn't want to know what the actual truth is. So I just put these uh, glasses and be like, oh, okay, I don't want to know, just leave me out of this. I'll just pretend that none of that exists, and I'll pretend that things are just normal. Let's just carry on. Is everything is as if everything is normal. Another reason is that sometimes you may be playing this kind of like a cool girl thing. So you are thinking, well, yes, I know that there may be other women in his life, but I'm just cool girl. I don't want to get into this conversation of telling him what is happening, why are these women calling you, why are you hiding your phone, why are you not responding to my messages, and things like that. So you're just playing cool. Also, you could be doing, trying to convince yourself that doesn't matter, and that this is also how you could be living your life. So you adopt the same tendencies of, maybe he is playing as in everything is fine and it's not a big deal, and then you are also doing this, everything is fine, is not a big deal. So I'll be seeing other people, while the way we are together, when we are together, it's clear that it's just two of us, but there's this unspoken truth that there are other people, and you never address that because you don't want to have that difficult conversation. So I don't know which one is maybe your situation. If you ever been in that situation, let me know in the comments. Or maybe you know someone who's been in that situation. If that's the case, then please make sure that you share this video with them. Another reason that it could be is that you are actually in a situation where you don't think that you are worthy of this person being just with you, of this person choosing just you. So you think this is okay, and you don't even let yourself imagine what would it be like if you were really chosen. Maybe you are actually in a situation where your heart is so closed, and you are not in that position where you can meet someone in your life with an open heart and be vulnerable and share those moments together. So then you just getting into those situations where you can only attract someone who is unavailable, and that cycle continues because you don't even believe that you are capable of having a different kind of relationship. You don't believe that you could be attracting a relationship where that person is really present, where that person really chooses you. And this could be happening for many reasons. I have videos on my channel where I mention also some of the things that may have happened in your childhood that could be affecting that. Let me just check what the time is, because I have to go to Zumba. I've got a few more minutes. Yes, okay. Another reason is could be that you are putting this person in this on this very special place, and you think he's just so amazing, so special, and no matter what he does, nothing can be wrong. And then even if you think that you are the other woman, even if you think that you could be uh, many of his women, you just think, well, he's so special, and I won't be able to find anyone like that ever, so I might as well just be there because the connection that we have is so special, this bond that we have is so special. So if that's the case, I would sometimes, maybe it's worth asking your friend if you have a... Oh, my mom is calling me. Okay, bye, mom. Oh, how do you do that? Okay, I'm back. My mom was calling me. So if that's your situation, I would maybe ask a friend, maybe have a friend that could be like a listening ear to you and could give you kind of the tough love and tell you what it's like. I remember my sister at one point, when I was in that situation, she told me, look, when you are around this man, you are behaving in this very strange way. I just don't think it's good for you. I have now a very close friend who sometimes when I share certain things, she would point out, I just don't think this is right. I think the way this person is treating you is just a bit odd. Sometimes it's very good to have someone else's perspective, because when you are very much into that situation, sometimes you are not able to see that rationally. Sometimes you're not able to evaluate it. So I think if you do some of those things, it may help you. And now the most important thing is, if you are in a situation where you are the other woman, where you are, hi Katie, wow, I haven't seen you in like forever, hi. So I got distracted. Oh, I haven't thought of you in a really long time. No, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true, Katie. I have thought of you. Uh, so if you are in a situation where you are maybe the other woman, where you are seeing someone unavailable, where you are in a relationship where it just feels like I'm really hurting, think about yourself 10 years ago, and would the way this person is treating you, the way you are showing up in this relationship, would the 10 years younger you would be proud of you looking at you today? How would that person would feel? And also, if you have maybe a niece, maybe a younger sister, a best friend, if you saw them be in this kind of relationship that you are, with this kind of person, driving yourself absolutely crazy, behaving in this kind of way, behaving in a way that you don't matter, being around a man that doesn't choose you, being around a man that doesn't make you feel that you are the only girl in the world, where you feel that you always have to be secondary, where you always have to feel that you have to fight for his attention. So if your niece, your sister, your best friend, if they were seeing someone like that, what would you tell to them? Because sometimes it's very difficult when it's you in that situation. But what if you looked at yourself through the distance, and what if you referred to yourself, as a third person? And how does it feel when you are doing this? And what kind of advice would you give to yourself if this was not you, but if it was someone that you truly love and care about in your life. And if you also find yourself in a situation where you keep going after unrequited love, after an available man, then make sure that you watch other videos on my channel. And thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video if you find it useful, and remember to subscribe for more, hit notifications, and thank you so much for watching, and share this with your girlfriend. Thank you. Now how do I close this? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.